What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit the like, make sure you guys are subscribed. All right, guys, today is episode 2 of BSing with Bagger Society. I just want to thank everyone with the positive feedback that they gave me. Guys, don't lie to me. If you guys don't enjoy my videos, say something, give me some constructive criticism of how I can change and improve these videos. I really enjoy making these because it's easy for me just to talk. I'm a yapper. I got stories for days. I will be covering a lot of things, a lot of topics and stuff from myself, from my friends, from my girl, from family. I will be giving you guys all kinds of like stories here. And I really do appreciate the feedback, like whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's whatever it is, like just give me some feedback. I really do appreciate it. So let's get into today's video. Today's video's topic is what bike should I buy as my first bike, right? Everyone has that question whether they want to get into street bikes or Harleys, right? So in my perspective, I ride Harleys. Like I love Harley Davidson, like one of the dopest brands out there, right? If you're trying to get into the street bike scene, you could go find yourself a YouTuber that talks about that, because that's not this. If you want to stick around so I can possibly convince you to get a Harley Davidson, then stick around, make sure you subscribe and like this video. So let's get into this. I honestly believe when people tell you you should get a certain type of bike or do this or do that, they're giving you their honest opinion. Some people are just being haters. Some people just don't want to see you on a better bike than them. Or like I said, some people will give you some feedback of their past experiences, right? So let's talk about my past experience. I did start with street bikes, and that's kind of what built me up to get my Harley. For my first Harley, I ended up getting a streetglide. I could have gotten a Softail. I could have gotten a Road King. I could have gotten something else, like for my height, right? Like, and I'm saying that because I'm a short person, and because street glides, road glides, they're heavy. Those are heavy bikes. And I decided I just wanted to get a street glide, and that was me. Like I knew how to ride. So I was like, look, I'm confident enough for it. I'm about to buy one. And that's what happened. That's how I got my street glide. So in my opinion, right, there's no good answer for this. Like I could tell you to do something and you're going to do whatever you want. It's your money, right? So that's why I'm letting you know. Take people's opinions and their advice, but at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your life, and it's whatever you want to do. There's going to be a couple factors that determine what should your first Harley be. And that's money. Like, are you going to buy something cash or are you going to finance it? Do you want to get a performance bagger or like something fast? Or do you want to cruise low and slow? Like, it's all going to depend like what you're trying to accomplish and what kind of lifestyle you're trying to get into. So right now you're talking about, I think there's 3 styles, right? Like in my opinion, there's probably a million, but in my opinion, right now that I know from experience, there's 3 styles of bikes right now, right? So a lot of people right now are getting into the performance bagger scene. The performance baggers, I'm pretty sure they've been around for many, many years. But right now, Harley Davidson caught wind of, these people spending thousands and thousands of dollars building these street glides, road kings. So what did they decide to do? They decided to cater to the performance baggers. So right now you could go to a dealership, go get yourself a CVO ST. You could go get yourself a regular ST, and then you got the other one. I forgot what it's called. The CVO ST R or RR, some crazy name. Pretty much, you're buying a track bike now. Like these guys bumped up the cubic inches, they bumped up the horsepower, they bumped up the torque. These bikes, are meant for the track now. So Obviously, if you want to get into a performance bagger, you could just go buy yourself one and you think you're done. But no, that's not where it ends. The moment you spend $35,000, $40,000 up to $100,000 on one of these performance baggers, what's gonna happen? You're gonna ride it and say, damn, I need a new seat. This isn't comfortable. Boom, there goes another $1,000. I need handlebars. Boom, that's another $1,500 right there. I need suspension. Boom, another $3,000. So these bikes that are being pushed out as performance, they also have their flaws, and everyone knows that. Like, these stock parts, yes, they're good, but not good enough. Like, you want better once you start riding with like these performance guys, right? So that's one thing you got to determine. Am I gonna get into performance, or am I gonna like go with the Vicleros and, you know, buy myself a Vicla? Harley doesn't cater to Vicleros or Viclas or none of that. What's so unique about Viclas is that you build it and you make it your own. Not one single Vicla out there will look the same, whether it's with the paint job, whether it's the type of engraving you're getting, whether it's what pipes you have, what wheels you have. Like, there's so much you can do to a Vicla, which, if you don't know what's a Vicla, that's a gangstered out Harley Davidson or Yamaha, whatever. You could make a Vicla out of anything. But ideally what it is, it's a gangstered out Harley, right? So if that's what you want to do, then, you know, you gotta know like, okay, well, if I spend $30,000-$40,000 on a stock bike, am I gonna have to spend another $10,000-$15,000 on performance or upgrades? Yes, absolutely. Like, it's never ending with these bikes, right? So that's the thing. If you want to get into the bike scene, you're gonna have to pick performance. Are you gonna do Vicla? Another topic, another style of bike that I feel should be in the category in itself, it's a straight up touring bike, right? Like a bike that's just functional, a bike that has your saddlebags, has your tour pack, has the best suspension, not for racing, but for like long hauls. A bike you could just get up and you're like, you know what? I feel like going to New York today. Boom, you get up and you know that bike's ready to go to New York. You got your sound system set up. You got your cup holders there because, you know, some people like to ride straight and not stop frequently. That's another category for bikes, like a straight up, just stock touring bike. Usually it's the ultras, so you could get yourself like the ultra classics. They have the road glide ultras, things like that, and just keep it like as stock as possible. The only upgrades you're really gonna want to do are suspension, like I said, your cup holders, to organize your bags, probably sound system because you want it to be a little bit louder, and your handlebars, something comfortable for those long rides. So those are the top 3 categories that I can think of. And you also have your Softails, you have your Dynas, right now you have your Pan Americas, you have all kinds of other style of Harleys. So if you want to, you know, your first bike, you got to determine that, like what is it exactly you want to get into, right? So if you want to get in the bagger scene, those are your 3 right there, like straight up. If you want to get into your Softails, you got the Heritage, you have the Fat Boy, you got the Slims. Your Dynas, I don't really know much about Dynas. I would love to own a Dyna one day, but right now I'm good with my Street Glide. But yeah, so there's so many styles of bikes right now. In my honest opinion, right? Honest opinion, if you wanted to buy a bike that's not too heavy, but just has everything you need, and with, you know, a little bit of money, you could upgrade it a little bit tastefully for your own taste, I honestly suggest you buy a Road King. Ultimately, I think a Road King is ideal for your first bike. It has your saddlebags. It comes on a touring frame. Like I said, you could put those little speaker pods and some bag lids, and you have a sound system, you know, and you don't have to break the bank for that. You want to put a little bit of, you want to upgrade your handlebars. Honestly, one of the most cost-effective handlebars, in my opinion, is Factory 47, and they have a ton of selection. So that's another thing. Like, handlebars are not that expensive if you know where to look, and don't get influenced by these fake influencers that don't ride to go buy these expensive handlebars or things like that, because how can you influence something when you haven't used them yourself? Like, you don't ride far. Like, you put it on your pretty bike and that's it. What are you influencing? Like, you have no experience with the product, and That's another topic of conversation. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, guys, you could get yourself some nice handlebars. You know, obviously people tell you don't get big ass ape hangers where you're doing this. You know, obviously like you want something comfortable. Usually if you lay this out here, you want them like ideally here, like at a slight angle. Like that would be your perfect handlebar setup, right? In my opinion. There's so many things you could do to the Road King that I personally think as a first Harley Davidson, that should be it. Like if you really like say like, you know what, like I don't care what I get, I just want a bike. I honestly think that should be your first bike if you want to get a Harley Davidson. Those bikes right now, you could make them into a Vikla, you know, lower it, get the air shocks, lowered shocks, get your 36, 42-inch fishtails, you know, loud sound system, all your chrome pieces with some ape hangers, like 16 ape hangers. You got yourself a beautiful bike. If you want to go performance on that, you're like, you know what, I already did this. Let me switch it up to the performance. Man, take everything out, sell it on OfferUp, sell it on the marketplace, go to the Long Beach swap meet, sell that shit, and put yourself some T-bars, upgrade your suspension, put some nice chrome wheels to keep the chrome look on it. Boom, you got yourself a nice functional performance bagger there. So, like I said, guys, there's so many style of bikes, but ultimately, I honestly think the Road King would be an amazing first bike for anyone trying to learn. And like I said, it's a beautiful bike, it's functional, there's so many things you could do to it. But if you really say like, you know what, I want to get myself a road glide, then go get the road glide. If you want a street glide, go get the street glide. I'm here to tell you guys today, get whatever bike you guys want, get your dream bike. Life's too short. Buy that dream bike, go enjoy some nice long rides out of state, go cross some state lines, go see some new territory, go fucking cross some borders. Get out and ride, guys. Like, life is too short. Get the bike of your dreams. If you guys need any advice or any suggestions, you guys don't want to leave it in the comments, my Instagram is baggersociety. DM me and let's chop it up, let's talk, and let's figure out what bike you should get. Like I said, I'm short, I got a street glide, and 8 years later I'm still riding it and I have no issues with it. If you want to get yourself a nice street glide, a nice road glide, go see them, go to the dealership, sit on them, pick one. And like I said, if you guys can afford something cash, get it cash. Do not finance. Financing, it's not the move for your first bike, your first Harley. Get something used, a little scuffed up a little bit, and then go from there. But if you have the money and you're rich, then go get yourself that new bike. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and till next one, peace.